Okay. Recap of last week. Okay, Khadija, what's the Nun Saakinah?
Nun Saakinah.
Nun, there's 5 points, 5 bullet points. Nun without haraka. Present in writing and pronunciation. Present in wasl al-waqf can be in the middle or end of a word. Found in verbs, vowels, and particles, and can be extra or original. So we need to get all of those bullet points into definition. Farah, what's the tanween?
Tanween is extra noon.
Extra noon or hidden Nun Saakinah.
And it only come on in wasl.
Only is found in wasl, yes.
Is original or
is it original or is it extra? Which one?
Extra.
Always extra.
Always extra. And it's only income in nouns.
Only found in nouns. With 2 exceptions. What are the 2 exceptions? Yes, lanasfan and walayakun. And there's one more thing, I think.
Not in writing.
Not in writing, it's only found in pronunciation, yes. Okay, Roxana, Nun Saakinah is only pronounced in wasl, true or false? Nun Saakinah is only pronounced in wasl, true or false? Aapka kya? What do you think? She said false, somebody else said not true. What's your opinion? It's false, yeah. It's false, yes. Uzma, Nun Saakinah can be original or extra? Good. It's true, yes. Farah, and Tanween is pronounced in wasl and waqf. Only in wasl, yes, it's false. Aisha, give 3 differences between Nun Saakinah and Tanween. Okay, so the Nun Saakinah is found in writing, the Tanween isn't. That's one difference.
And you can pronounce Nun Saakinah.
Yes. Yes.
And
what kind of words is it found in?
The Nun is found in noun and particles.
Yes.
And the Nun is found in noun.
Only nouns. Good. Yes. Well done.
2 exceptions.
Yeah. Okay, Khadija, what is the forbidden way related to the ways of Basmallah? Roxana. What's the forbidden way of the? So we have ways of Basmallah. Which one is the forbidden way of Basmallah?
Is it Surah Al-Muzzammil?
No. So we got how many ways of Basmallah do we have? There's 3 allowed ways.
Yeah.
There's 1 forbidden way. What's the forbidden way?
We can't join with the backwards.
We can't join the last ayah of the previous surah with the Basmallah and split it from the surah that the Basmallah belongs to. Yes. So that's the forbidden way of Basmallah. Shabna, what's the hukm of al-isti'adha?
There are 2.
Yes.
It's mustahaba. Sometimes with al-isti'adha, sometimes with not.
Yes.
And wajib, because Suriyat and these groups, according to this,
Yes.
they said it's wajib because there is in Surah Al-Nahl, in the ayah in the Qur'an, فَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. So that's why it's proven. So we have to say Bismillah.
So there's 2 opinions, either it's mustahab or wajib, and the one that we're following on the course is mustahab.
Mustahab.
Yeah. So there's 2 opinions. Either it's mustahab. What does mustahab mean? Optional is jaiz. Recommended. Okay. And it's wajib. What does wajib mean? We have to. Yeah. So the opinion that we're following on the course is mustahab. Okay. Okay. So there are 4 rules of Nun Saakinah and Tanween as we did last week. We have Idh-haar, idgham, ikhfa and qalb. Okay, so for each definition of idhar, you can watch the recording. We have a language definition and a tajweed definition. So in language, idhar means to make clear, to make manifest. We have the word in Urdu as well, yes, idhar karna.
Yeah.
We say izhar karna, yes, yes. To make anything clear. And in tajweed, what's the thing we're making clear? We're making the Nun Saakinah clear. So to bring the Nun Saakinah out from its makhraj, without clear gunna, or tashdeed, or sakt, or waqaf. What do we mean by without clear gunna? Because the gunna is a sifa lazima. So why are we saying without clear gunna? Without 2 counts of gunna. Okay, so we don't give 2 counts of gunna. That's what we mean by clear gunna, because a noon which has idhar will be level 4 in the levels of gunna, yes? Noon with of idhar will be in level 4 with sukoon, yes? According to the levels of gunna. So there is a gunna, but there's not a clear gunna, meaning we don't hold that gunna for 2 counts.
So gunna की level
4 hoga. 5 levels of gunna, and this will be level 4. Noon of idhar will be level 4. Without tashdeed means you're not going to put a shad on it. So for example, the word an'amta, you don't say an'amta. We will not put a shad on the noon that has idhar. Without sakt means you won't leave a gap. Like for example, we won't say an'amta, an'amta. So there should be no gap between the noon and the letter that comes afterwards. And without waqaf means that you will not say an'amta. You cannot stop between the noon and the next letter. So idhar. So this is what idhar means. Okay, this is what the definition of idhar in language, tajweed. So the letters are the throat letters. So whenever Nun Saakinah is followed by the throat letters hamza, ha, ain, ha, ghain, kha, we have idhar. And the reason why we have idhar is because the throat letters are taba'ud to Nun Saakinah, meaning that the makhraj of these letters is far away from Nun Saakinah. In order to do idgham between 2 letters, those 2 letters either have to be near in makhraj or have the same makhraj. Okay, we cannot do idgham with 2 letters which are far in makhraj. It's never done. So the reason why we have idhar of the noon is because of it's far in makhraj. The noon is far away from the throat letters. And we call this idhar halqi, idhar of the throat letters. So why do we call this idhar halqi? Because when we do the rules of mim sakina, we're going to look at idhar shafawi. So the mim sakina is called idhar shafawi, and the noon sakina idhar is called idhar halqi. So it's to differentiate between the 2 idhars. Otherwise, if I say do idhar, which idhar am I talking about? Okay, so you have to say this is the mim sakina के idhar होगा. नहीं, mim sakina में नहीं होगा. So only the noon sakina is followed by halqi letter. So इसलिए we call this idhar halqi. Idhar of the mim is called idhar shafawi. So we have to differentiate the 2 idhars. Okay, so we said the makhraj of the idhar letters is the throat. And the makhraj of the noon sakina is the tip of the tongue with the upper gum. So we can only do idhar. We can't go back. Okay, we can't do idgham because the makhraj is far away. So idhar, I can't go back because it's recording. It won't let me go back. You have to listen to the recording to go back. Okay, I can go back orally, but not physically. Anything you didn't understand on the previous slide?
The reason is that the makhraj of the noon is far from the idhar letter.
Yes, because the makhraj of noon is the tip of the tongue. The throat letters are so you've jumped over the jaysh, the qaf, the kaf, and then the throat letters. So you've jumped over more than one makhraj. So it's far. Sifat. On the previous slide.
I wrote it down.
Okay, what did it say?
It said.
So the reason why we're doing idhar of Nun Saakinah When
You
it's
said idgham is between the near to the noon. Idgham when we do.
so the reason why we do idgham of two letters is when noon is either near to the next letter or noon is the same as the next letter. Okay, there has to be that. Those are the reasons of idgham. They either have to be tamathul, meaning the same letter, tajanus, meaning the same letter but different makhraj, or taqarub. Abini para. So these are three reasons of idgham. Okay, taqarub, tamathul, tajanus. So we will do these in the coming slides. And the noon and the halqi letters are not taqarub, they're not taba'ud, and they're not tamathul. They're far away. So there's no reason for idgham. So this is why we don't do. This is why we do idhar. So that if they in an exam, if they ask you why, what is the reason of idhar halqi? Yes, articulation point of which articulation point? The Nun Saakinah. Then the articulation point of Nun Saakinah is far away from the throat letters. Okay, this is why we do idhar. Okay. So idhar of the Nun Saakinah can be found in one word, between two words, or it can be found with a tanween. So with the hamza, وَيَنْأَوْنَ, so the noon and the hamza are in one word. In أَمْسَكَهُمَا, the noon and the hamza are in separate words. And بَعْضًا إِلَّا, the tanween and the is in followed by a throat letter, yes? So we can have idhar in one word, in two words, or with tanween. Same with hamza, with ha. وَيَنْهَوْنَ in هذا أن جهرة. Okay. عين أنعمت من عندي and وسواء. So in وسواء, where is idhar between? Which two letters is idhar between? No. In وسواء, where idhar is between? No. Tanween and hamza. Tanween and ayn. What's the definition of a tanween? So it's actually the hidden Nun Saakinah and ayn. Yes, not hamza and ayn. Okay, and the same in jahratan hal is the tanween and the ha. The same in ba'dan illa is the tanween and the hamza, not the letter that the tanween is on. Okay. So here in ha, wanhar, the noon and the ha in the same word. فَإِنْ حَاجُوكَ, the noon and the ha in separate words. Aliman, hakiman, idhar is between which two letters? Noon of tanween and ha. فَإِنْ yes. Isko clear karna, فَإِنْ. So you shouldn't do a sak. We don't say فَإِنْ. Okay? Second nahi karna. Gunna bhi nahi dalna. There should be no shadda. فَإِنْ. Okay? There should be a clear gunna on the noon of this in. Yes? So the noon has to be read clearly from its makhraj. فَإِنْ. The same is one how, not one how, or one how. I'm going to sakta, so there shouldn't be any gap. Okay, so it's clear in its makhraj. And with the ghain, فَسَيُنْغِضُونَ, فَسَيُنْغِي, not فَسَيُنْغِي, فَسَيُنْغِي, يُنْغِي, فَسَيُنْغِضُونَ مِنْ غَيْرِ. So the noon and ghain are separate words. صَالِحًا غَيْرَ. So the tanween and the ghain. The same with kha. وَالْمُنْخَنِقَةُ وَالْمُنْخَنِقَةُ. We don't say وَالْمُنْخَنِقَةُ. There should be no gunna. وَالْمُنْخَنِقَةُ مِنْ خَمْرٍ لَطِيفٌ خَبِيرٌ. Everything clear on this slide? Before I move to the next slide, yes?
So is all of the words or there are more different words?
There's hundreds of words. These are just examples. So in an exam, you have to bring an example. If the example asks you to give an example of Idh-haar of Hamza, Idh-haar of Ha, Idh-haar of Ain, Idh-haar of Ha, Ghain and Kha. So you have to try and remember an example of Nun Saakinah followed by one of these letters. Yes. So it's a common exam question to bring an example of Idh-haar halqi. Okay. Or you might be asked to give an example of Idh-haar halqi between two words. Yes, min indi, in hadha. Okay, so whenever we have Nun Saakinah or Tanween followed by any of the throat letters, we make the Nun Saakinah clear, meaning we don't do two counts of gunna. So there shouldn't be a clear gunna. There should be no shadda and there should be no sakt. Okay, so we make the Nun Saakinah crystal clear in its makhraj. Yes, clear? So we have levels of Idh-haar. So the levels are according to how far the Idh-haar letters are to Nun. Okay, so the level 1 is Hamza and Ha. So why are these in level 1? Because these are furthest away from Nun. Because Hamza and Ha at the bottom, yes? Level 2 is Ain and Ha because these are next going up towards the mouth. Yes, so this is in between 1 and 3. And the lowest level of Idh-haar, or level 3 of Idh-haar, is the Ghain and Kha because these are closest to Nun out of all throat letters, yes? So we have 3 levels of Idh-haar. So for example, in hadha, what's the level of Idh-haar in hadha? Level 1. In munkhaniqatu, level 3. In min indi, 2. Yeah, so you might be asked in an exam to give the level of Idh-haar as well. Okay, so level 1 is Hamza Ha, level 2 is Ain Ha, level 3 is Ghain Kha.
What difference does it mean? Like in the same.
It does. It's not. There's no pronunciation difference. It's just a classification. Just for classification, because the level means that level 1, the Hamza and Ha are furthest away from Nun. Ghain and Kha are closer because there's less gap. Ain and Ha, in pronunciation, there's no difference. It's, it's a classification because the Nun is still going to be made clear whether it's Hamza and Ha afterwards or Ghain and Kha afterwards. The key is to making the Nun clear. So this is for classification purposes. We're just saying which letters are further away, meaning the Idh-haar is stronger. Okay, because there's more of a distance between the Nun Saakinah and the letters. Any questions? I think that's all we have for this slide. Okay. So we start the rules of Idh-haar.